Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Night, we need to find batteries, like desperately need to find batteries. We've got 3 days left before things burn out. It's a bit of an issue, put it politely. I need to go battery hunting. We'll probably try biathlon to start with, look through that. And go from there. Oh, is this a server crash? That's working. Working now. Okay, it's not. It might be a case of F11ing and hitting the south, but we need batteries. We're way past the level now of it will be all right. Now into survival mode. Nice as that is, it ain't a battery. Don't need the saw. Got a base in there? Yeah, inside Biathlon there's a base. Basically, if we don't find batteries soon, base will despawn us not. It's just weird angles. Okay. Yes, I am picking up sellables. Good, sin stock might be our best bet. Right next to toxic though. Dangerous. Hi Restless, hi Chuckles. We've got 3 days left, guys, to get a battery. Otherwise it all goes wrong. Chuckles message. Chuckles, join mate. I'm in chat. Hello, mate. Can you hear me?
Yep. 3 days left.
3 days left to get a battery. Otherwise, we won't survive. We've got 3 days worth of battery supply.
Oh, boy.
So, it's about getting batteries now.
Yep.
Otherwise, that base is
all my
gone.
mods up to date.
Yeah, 3 days and 6 hours, the base will be gone. Set the RV.
I subbed to Restless.
Thank you. It's a good video, actually. Really good. Hear that, Restless? I didn't even clock you were there, and I'm pushing your content. our own little media officer. It's actually really good. I'm really impressed. And I'm not just saying that, I am generally impressed. I was on the server at 5:30 this morning doing a trader run for code locks to lock down cases. Because if everyone's having problems finding batteries, they'll soon be raiding people to get batteries. That's all right, Restless.
Yeah. Did you vote for the event they're having tonight?
Yeah, but I won't take part. Today's about batteries now, not about PvP. Basically, if I don't get them now, I have to get them Thursday evening. Otherwise, by Friday, or Thursday afternoon, evening. Otherwise, by Friday, we won't have a base. It takes 6 hours after the last battery runs out, and then your base is gone. So, desperate times. Yeah.
Yeah. When I get back to base, I should take a look at it and mark it in my time zone so I know exactly how long.
Yeah. Really, it's... I get it. It works. It keeps people on the server. But because we can't buy the basic battery from normal trader, even if it was 200k, you could buy a day's worth of usage. That would help. So it is just a bit of a fight. That's alright, it's what it is. I'm off Thursday. Thursday's your weekend. So, well, I'm off Thursday afternoon, evening.
Yep.
So, I can jump on in the afternoon after I've done my shopping. And Restless, you'll get a far... I mean, next wipe is only 4 weeks away-ish. So you can get it from the early stages then. For your video number 2. Or not video number 2, but series number 2. We've got an awful lot of jam at base at the moment. I went and bought a load of strawberry jam today.
Aww. Trying to spoil us.
Well, it doesn't dehydrate you. Whereas marmalade does.
True. True. Those canned veggies are very hydrating.
Oh, they're
too.
massive, aren't they? Oh, we'll have a pair of salmons. Sorry, they're like the best military boots you can get in the real world. But they're very expensive. I just found a pair of the boots in DayZ. I realise they're not the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You can't hear someone roll their eyes, but sometimes my eyes roll up in the back of my head every time I read the description of such and such shoes owned by all the Chads.
I don't know if Cookie's on all night. Not. Depends what time he finished last night and how tired he is. So if he didn't get back till very late last night, he'll probably just want to go to bed tonight. And I get that.
Yep, his D-Day is coming.
I'm finding loads of shit to pick up that we need, things that are useful for the base, not rubbish. But no fucking batteries. Which tells me I might need to buy a base starter kit at 90 grand and see if that comes with a battery. If that comes with a battery, I'll just buy those. Use it, yeah, just to keep our base alive a few more days.
All right, so it's almost sunset.
Yeah. There are less players on the server tonight. There's a bit of chat. Stuff's going down in chat. People are trying to work out why.
Tuesday's always the slowest day of the week.
Yeah, 100% agreed. But it's gone from being like 70 last week on a Tuesday to being 38 or 40 this week. I think the battery thing is probably causing people to go, this is too difficult. Too much of a grind. Because everything else about the server is really good. But last wipe, they were top 10 no, they were 23 in the world by the end of wipe. So something's happened. But I know that their wipe length was like one of my wipes. You know, they took the server offline, they did all the bits and pieces. It wasn't a quick wipe. So a lot of those players would have gone off elsewhere. You know, if you go, oh, the wipe's going to take 3 hours or an afternoon, people are fine with it. If you say the wipe's taking a week and you've got dedicated PvPers, they'll be like, well, I'm not waiting a week, I'll go and find a different server to play. Or they'll think, I'll come back in a week's time, but then they're established and they've got a new base. My purpose for the videos is to show off the server and the challenges that come with it and hopefully give a story. Yeah, that's all I can ask, mate. We might pick up some numbers from it, and arguably, we probably will. Especially when you can show off things like an exploding zombie. And you can show how hard it really can be. But we can deal with some of that shit if we need to. I can always give you access to exploding zombies for filming purposes when you're doing the advert for the next wipe. If we can work out how to describe it. Or helping on the advert. Though at the moment I'm thinking about just you doing the advert because you understand a video far better than me. I stream. I'm still learning the skill set to make videos. But I'll talk to you about that. That's not a stream talk, really. I'm going to run to base because obviously it's about to get very, very dark in about 30 seconds. I might. Actually, what I'm going to do is run to base, and in the morning I'm going to run down to the trader and buy the base building pack and see if that comes with a battery. Because even though it's like 86 or 87 grand, if that comes with a battery that will give us an extra day, then we can just loot up and just keep buying those packs, selling the code locks, which you get one code lock in it, sell the code lock on player-to-player market for like 20k, and that's brought a battery price down to like 60. Yeah. Because code locks
follow.
Yeah, code locks sell normally at 80k, so if we put them on peer-to-peer for 20, they'll go quickly. Which then has an added effect. The more people that buy code locks, the bigger their bases become, the more likely they are not to find batteries, the more likely they are to recycle, the more likely we are to find batteries. spell to get that together, but we'll grab. I've got some other items for sale. I'll grab those and then run down. And you're looting up down south, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still on the docks.
Yeah. When I've found batteries, they've been in industrial buildings, but that doesn't mean anything. So when we had one door, because batteries go down the amount of doors that you've got with code locks, basically. When we had one door, one battery would last 9 days. Now we're on 4 doors, 3 batteries last 4 days. So it's in our interest, obviously, to, when we play next wipe, either have a smaller base. Well, it is in our interest to have a smaller base. So I'm thinking 1 box with an airlock. So 2 code locks. Yeah? Because anything more than that would just drink our battery power, Chuckles. But we don't live inside a house. We live in a box up in the woods somewhere. I sort of have an idea where, but again, that'll be an off-chat conversation. I have an idea for a covert base. Covert-ish. Somewhere nobody builds. And easy to get to from spawn, but maybe harder to get to traders. Right, guys, I'm just going to take cover under a bush because you know that this is pointless running back in this dark. I won't be even able to find the door to the base.
Now this is my chance to go run down the big open exposed docks.
Once the sun comes up, and then I'll run home, grab what I need to grab, run trader, and see if it works. See if we get a battery. If we do, job's a good one, and we can solve it. Working out why, I think I know. Don't think it's a no build zone. Good work. I have an idea, but I'll let you know off stream, Chuckles. And if need be, I'll put on DayZ Editor and show you the location in DayZ Editor. I'll load Base Building Plus into it and just build a box there to explain my thinkings. So guys, out to the chat, obviously we're firm because it's too dark for us to run home and find the door. Sun will be up reasonably soon. It's now 9:30 at night, 64 times speed for night time, but very dark. Oh, numbers are up to 46, Chuckles. So that's good. Where I'm looking at living is closer to a trader than we currently are.
Okay.
Somewhere I've always wanted to build but never have. But it won't be inside a house.
Oh, I found one of your stairs.
One of my stairs.
The STEYR?
Stair. The guns. Yeah, stairs.
The AUG. Yeah.
Yeah, AUG. Yeah, stair AUG. First seen in the world in the film Moonraker. when they used it as a prop, pretending it was a laser weapon. The Bond film Moonraker. You'll see them all flying around on the space station trying to shoot Bond, the enemy, and they're all carrying stayers, and they're using them as laser rifles because it was so futuristic looking. And the first time I saw it in the wild was where I live in the UK. Devon and Cornwall Police firearms team used to have the single shot version of the stayer, so semi-automatic rather than fully, and that was their police firearms weapon. There's your interesting fact for tonight. Not a great fan of them.
Sadly, mine has the default sight.
Yeah, you want the one that allows you to swap out the sight. It's old technology. You know, it's a good battle rifle, but it's old technology. DayZ, it makes no difference, does it? Did you see the DayZ contact that was released today by BI? No, I haven't, mate. I came home from work. I watched your video. I did a bits and pieces. I'm guessing it was based on April the 1st because I've been seeing April the 1st stuff all day. So it's been quite good.
Yes.
What did they put out?
Think of something related to Namalsk.
I don't know. Just give
The end game you dislike the least.
Oh, okay, the alien shit. Yeah. My favourite one I saw today was, so I don't know if you're aware, Chuckles, but Ireland doesn't have any snakes.
Yeah.
And there was a whole article in like a nature website all about a snake washing up on the store of Ireland. And they were trying to work out what to do with it. And it was like 15 pages they'd written up and made it sound like really official. And at the very end, they put something like, "We've decided to call him Bob in honour of April the 1st." And that was the end of the article.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the second one I saw was a Ministry of Defence put out one via a defence news website talking about a new battleship. They've decided to commission another battleship, and they're going to paint go faster stripes on the side to make it go faster in the water. I just like, well done, lads. Yeah, it's a bit confusing as to what it is, but it's actually on Steam, so I don't know. Says Restless. It's probably an April the 1st joke, Restless, let's be honest. That's what everyone does. I just haven't got involved this year. Normally I get massively involved in April the 1st, just work's taken over today. I like April the 1st jokes.
You gents have the lottery over there?
We have our own version of the lottery, yes. You've won the lottery?
Oh, I wish. No. I'd have a better spec PC than you if I did.
Yeah, there is that. If I won the lottery, I'd pay off this PC. Yeah. And buy another one. I know, I don't need anything more. This is what I've got here, does everything that I want at the moment. Potentially 2 years down the road, I'd like to do 8K streaming. But to do that, I'd need a better graphics card than currently realistically is available. So it would be a 70 series, and I'd need an 8K screen. And I'd need faster internet. I'd need a upload of about 200 rather than my maximum upload here is 60. But an upload of 200 would allow me to stream on YouTube at 8K, which, as much as you don't need to, it's a selling point. 4K streams. YouTube pushes, the higher the resolution, the further up the food chain YouTube pushes you. So producing content in 4K is better than 1080p. Obviously, if you're a massive streamer, it makes no difference at that point, or a massive content creator. But if you're trying to be discovered, the higher the resolution, the further up the food chain you get pushed.
Starting to get bright.
Yep, we're going to run home. You're right. It is April the 1st. I've just realised it's Armour Contact they put in a DayZ bundle on Steam. Yeah, well that might be real.
Yep.
Selling Armour and DayZ together as a bundle because they want to get Armour players playing DayZ and DayZ player playing Armour.
Yeah.
But equally, it is April the 1st.
Yeah.
And it gets light very quickly on this server.
Oh yeah, I'm watching the sun rise like at a remarkable rate right over the horizon of the ocean.
Yeah. Just like 10 minutes of everyone just freezes unless you've got MVGs. If it's still there tomorrow, Restless, then it's probably real. But I'm old enough to remember in the UK when the national news channel put out an article on the evening of April the 1st talking about finding the first ever spaghetti tree in the wild and showing spaghetti growing on trees. And they draped spaghetti all over tree branches, and they did a very serious article about it back in the late 70s, early 80s. And people believed it. Back in the days when we had 3 television channels and no internet. I was thinking today about what we used to do in the evenings to entertain ourselves. I went shooting every evening.
Ski resort key.
That's good. That's really good. I'm home. I'm just going to drop off anything that needs dropping off. Pick up anything that needs picking up and run trader. All can be sold. That all can be sold. That all can be sold. Actually, everything I've got on can be sold. I need to make sure I get 90 grand. So, I don't really want to take 100k with me. Off the other wallet. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to risk a run to trader with money on me, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got something else for sale. I don't mind. I might not need to take the money. I'll take the collectibles. That much. Have I completed any more quests? Is the next question. Yes, I have. I opened 10 crate or boxes. I do need to cut down 30 planks, that's 30 logs at the trees at some point, or 25 trees at some point to get a reward. And I still have to kill a player, but you've done that, mate. You got your first blood, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew I saw him fall back, so I was hoping. I was just hoping if we knocked each other out, I get up first, please, please, please.
The and his friend tapped you, or someone else tapped you. I'm guessing it's not his friend, because if it was his friend, they wouldn't have allowed. They probably would have sniped you from down there if they knew where you were. If that makes sense. He wouldn't have pushed up there without looking first. So I think probably it was another player pushing in. That would be my guess. There were so many players there.
100%.
Yeah. Well, I moved another 32 boxes of rations today, Chuckles. Dropped them off.
Mm.
And then I counted some maps and did some work with some maps. I needed to go for our map store and work out how many maps we had of each type and for each area to work out which ones I need to order. So that's been done. Not a job I particularly enjoy. Like, and counting another map. So guys, what I'm doing is I'm running down to Trader to see if I can't buy a battery at Trader, but to see if there's a battery included in the base building pack. If there is, that's doable. Because the base building pack is like 90k, something like that ish. And it includes a code lock. So then you could always sell the code lock. Which you can normally buy for 80k, but you could sell it quickly for 40. Good. PvP event starting at Northwest Airfield in 10 minutes. That's excellent. They'll all be occupied for an hour or so.
Yeah, but that means I need to hustle my bustle because they'll be respawning.
Yeah, a lot of them might have beds at their bases, and they get penalised for killing freshies. Remember, they don't get on the leaderboard for killing freshies.
Yeah, I got a stare. I'm not a freshie.
You might get more kills. But people will be making their way towards the airfield now. Good. Joey, how often do you come across things in the middle of the woods, and what do you usually find? Bases, other players, on any other server apart from this one, animals. Depends upon the server. If it's vanilla, you'll find military bases, you'll find animals, you'll find things to help you survive. If it's a modded server like I'm playing, you'll find people's bases and maybe some modded military stuff. But I'm running to a trader, so I'm using a route that's through the woods for safety because I've got loot to sell. Now, it's not 100% safe. You could bump into players at any time, but it's a lot safer running through the woods than it is open fields. Also, trees and bushes stop bullets. Many times I've been saved by a bush. You okay, Chuckles?
You think a battery would be in the train car?
It's worth having a look. I think this place has loot appearing everywhere and anywhere. I think they've changed the loot tables completely. So nothing spawns where you expect it to. So there's an enemy base. If we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 explosives we could get in. We have 1. So it all depends upon the type of server you're playing and where you are, really. But that's why I've marked RV, so rendezvous point, what I'm aiming for. Obviously I could get killed, in which case this is pointless, but if you're worried about getting killed, you'd never leave your base. And it's probably the wrong game. Now, the bases of the traders on this server, there are 4 traders that are safe zones, and there are 2 traders I found so far that 2 traders, 1 BM, 1 Ruin, that are PvP traders. We're going to a safe zone trader because we're trying to work something out. We are only a week on the server though. A week and 1 day, isn't it, Chuckles? Last Monday we started on here.
Yeah.
So we're doing pretty well, and we came to the server 3 days late. So we are doing well, but the battery problem is we're not grinding enough for batteries. That's our problem. What I should be doing is when I come on at 5 in the morning and there's like 12 people on, running to black market and trying to buy batteries there. And then we earn the money at night to allow me to buy the batteries in the morning. But now I know that we can lock containers. We could have a 2... You could have a 1 airlock base hidden in the woods. And all your containers inside could be locked. Not all of them, but a percentage of them. Trying to figure out if I want to buy the game or not. Rather tempting. If you like full-on PvP, looting, survival, there's lots of choice. There's, you don't have to play PvP servers. There's PvE servers. There's roleplay servers. There's Stalker servers if you're into Stalker. There's Fallout servers if you're into Fallout.
Star
Wars servers if you're into Star Wars. Where you can run around with bloody Star Wars weapons and shoot Chewbacca.
Yep. Those things, yep.
Lightsabers and such like. And worry about AT-AT walkers. But there's everything out there, and if you like that base survival game, it's a good game for it. In vanilla, if you're playing on PC, then there's a lot more choice than say Xbox or PlayStation. Because there's all the modded side as well. So this server here has a lot of mods on it. So like the map marker and things like that, that's a modded side of the game. It's not something you get in vanilla. And the fact that I can press M to bring a map up is modded. But the majority of the mods, from your point of view as playing a server, the mods are free. Sometimes for server owners they cost money. Yeah, I was late to the DayZ party. I'm 52 years old. I've been playing DayZ for about 6 years. I have 6,000-ish hours in the game. Doing about 1,000 hours a year. About. It's really not the only game I play, but it's my main game. It doesn't need a beast of a PC to run, though I probably am because I'm playing it at 4K and streaming it. But you don't need a state-of-the-art PC to run it. The game code is 11 years old. It's getting more popular all the time. It's still being supported by the developers. They're still bringing out DLC. They're still bringing out patches and updates every probably quarter, roughly, approximately. But it's an amazing game with friends. But equally, it works very well solo if you find the right server. And Chuckles played for a long time solo, didn't you, Chuckles?
Yep. And I'm the kind of person you would have run into in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas I've played mainly in a team. But Chuckles I didn't know before I started playing DayZ. Cookie I did, we run with as well. But the majority of people that I play DayZ with, I've never met in real life. I've met them in various Discords for the servers we're playing. Or they've come and watched my streams and we've built up a friendship, and then they've run one of my servers. I also have my own server out there. A hardcore survival server.
You lured me in with base building.
Yeah. So yeah, I lured Chuckles in with a video about how to base build. Which is probably my best skill set, is base building and covert bases. But the game is amazing. It's worth... I mean, I spent 5 years watching other people play DayZ, worrying that I was too late to the party. But I don't think you ever are. You just don't start off with one of the top servers in the world. You build your way up to the top 10 servers. But it's a massive learning curve. When you first start playing, the learning curve is like Eve. It's vertical. There's no training. It's just, here's DayZ. Your only objective is to survive. Good luck. And that's it. Off you go. And you learn through trial and error. You do something and it doesn't work and it kills you. So next time you don't do it, is how you learn DayZ. Or you watch an awful lot of videos. But the community's amazing. You'll always get some nightmare players. But most people want to teach you how to play because we want the game to get better. And it gets better through more people playing it. I do sim racing, looking for a change. It's pretty different. Yeah, it is. I'm not a sim racing person, but I know 2 or 3 sim racers that play DayZ. Or they're DayZ players that also do sim racing, probably. That's a better way of putting it. They go the other way. It is. I do like the idea of it all getting lost in it. It's a good... What's nice about it... Hello, mate.
Hello.
Hey.
I didn't know if you'd be on tonight, seeing of last night.
Yeah, I needed some
Downtime. Chill time. You're right.
It's a long day.
Another long day.
Long day with no pay for it. It's just like, why have I done it to myself?
Well, hopefully, the thing that I sent you last week might pay off.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I need you to teach. I need to teach you how to use the search thing there to find other roles that are similar. Yeah. Well, not teach.
Yeah.
But you can literally say, Exeter, how far am I willing to travel? What salary am I looking for? Hit the button, and it will find all the government jobs in that radius.
Okay.
And then it will show every department. Right, I'm just running to Trader to see if the base building pack that costs 90k includes a battery. Because if it does, then I'll put the code lock up for 40k rather than 80 or whatever it is, half the normal price on player to player. Because it will sell quickly. Yeah?
Yeah.
And that allows us to buy batteries then.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, we've wasted 90k, but we're no worse off.
Yeah.
Because batteries is our big problem. There's a peer-to-peer. There's an event on tonight in about 5 minutes' time on the airfield. A PvP event, but we're using that to search for batteries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Though last night, Chuckles and I, well, Chuckles made a kill, I didn't. Chuckles and I basically did a PvP event on fucking Tissy. Me crawling in with a sniper rifle. It was all very excitable.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was doing Overwatch and watching him crawl around in close to the action, and someone came up and started looting near me, and they came up the ladder I had used, and we had a shootout.
Nice.
Chuckles won.
Where it should be.
Wow, I'd say won. He got killed by somebody else. But you sort of won, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, but right, I got the quest done, First Blood.
Yeah.
So I need to go turn it in. All right, where's my next place I can go that has some industrial? Is there industrial in Mogilevka?
Can't remember.
Purchasable. I want, what's it called? Base building. There we go. So the base building pack is 96k. I bought one. I need to unpack it, but I can't really do it in Trader. So I'm leaving Trader to do it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get into cover somewhere and check. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the event's happening. No, doesn't include a battery. So that's a no-go, guys. Unfortunately.
You checked BM yet?
No. This was my first point of call to see whether I could do it this way. Because it would be a cheap way of doing it.
Yeah, you two could go check that out.
I have to get back there. I have to get back home first. I'm just going to chop down 25 trees in the woods because that's for a quest. Then I'll put the code lock up for sale anyway on Pit. I'll sell everything I can, mate, that I got from here that I don't need. So we don't lose everything.
I need to look at that clip.
Someone's going to be looking in these woods going, where's the base? Where's the base? I've got to chop down 25 trees to get a key. I think it's a key that I get, or it might be a black container.
Oh, the smack talk in chat.
What have we done? 10 trees so far. Seven. 12. Go and sell off this rubbish and run home. Doing this all day. There's a lot more food in base when you get there, Cookie.
We're just approaching base now.
The fridge has a big pile of strawberry jam in it. So I think we try Ruined Trader, see if that sells batteries. Because if it does, we can just do runs there with the exact amount of money. I wouldn't say take money the first time down, maybe. Yeah? Just do a run in to see whether it does.
Yeah.
And then when we know the amount, we can take exactly that amount of money, run in, battery, buy, get out. Yeah?
Yeah.
If I visit all the extraction zones, I get a red key. Okay, I'm running home. Chuckles popped into my chat. You won't mind saying this, Chuckles, and he's like, "Do you want a solo run, or do you want No, he messaged me and said, "Do you want company or a solo run?" I'm like, "I'm in chat. Join me." I don't know if Cookie's going to get here tonight. Yeah. So I said, "You had such a busy night last night. I couldn't guarantee you'd be on."
Yeah.
Did you get done last night? What needed to get done?
No.
Oh shit.
No, it got so late. I was like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm logging off. You know, I'm not getting paid for this. And I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I got in this morning, and they're like, oh, you know, oh, it's just some of the stuff's been done. I was like, well, yeah, I stayed on and did it all. They're like, what? Why did you stay on? I was like, well, because no one else was doing it. No,
Yeah.
you didn't need to do that. Well, I did it.
Did you do it from home or did you do it from work?
No, I did it from. I stayed at work until about 6, and then I just went, I'm going to go home. I'll log in at home and do it then. And then, yeah, just a very long day.
Yeah, and then back in today.
Back in today, and
do people
annoyingly,
yeah,
there was no gratitude from.
Oh, yeah, you need out.
The higher ups, and it's just like, why did I even bother?
Yeah,
you know,
you need out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So
a little bit tired.
Don't get me wrong. You don't always get gratitude in my place, but you get gratitude in other ways. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even just, you know, a thank you from, you know, the higher ups for getting more than what could have been done would have been nice, but there's nothing, and it's just like, why did I put all that time and effort in to sort all this out for nothing? So, yeah, not impressed.
They've just brought in for us, as of today, actually the first. So now I can recognise other team members within military or civilian that have gone above and beyond, and I can nominate them myself for a Amazon voucher. Doesn't have to be a manager.
Oh, nice.
So you can recognise your team members that have helped you or done something that's above and beyond. So it doesn't,
yeah,
and it will only be a small amount they would get, because it has to go to a manager for a large amount. But it means that people can nominate other people just because somebody else might not have seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's things like that, you know, you doing that and somebody saying, is a 50 quid Amazon voucher for what you did,
yeah,
would be amazing. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
It would just make you feel wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have any cans to drink? No, but we got a water bottle. When I mentioned to my boss that I could nominate, and he's like, "You sure?" And he looked at it and he's like, "Well, where's my nomination?" Yeah. We actually aimed to go to Tissy last night, not for the event. We went there to kill zombies to get the reward.
Yeah.
And when we got there, the locked crate became available up there, and there was people firing 50s at each other, which is what we got involved in the middle of. And I do apologise, Chuckles, because we were running not to do that, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm going to push." Joey, our boss, gives £100 to one person who's had a good idea or did something pretty good each month. That's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. I work for. I work for the government, so well, not in the way that I work for the Crown. So I'm a civil servant. So it wouldn't be something like that would happen for us, but just the chance that you can get nominated for things is not quite nice. When I say I work for the government, it sounds like I'm in London, but I'm not. So it's not. But it's not the government. I work for the country supporting whichever government happens to be in power. Is a better way of putting it. It doesn't matter who's in power. It will be whichever government is in power. I support them in what I do. And at times, I also get to spend time with the military version of DayZ, or Armour. Once a year for a conference. Which really, because we're never going to buy VBS machines for work because they're too expensive. So the fact that they still allow me to once a year get in my car and drive to a presentation on something we're never going to be allowed to have is good in itself. And go and collect coffee mugs and water bottles and mouse mats. And get a free lunch. What do you do, Joey? You don't mind me asking? And tonight we're running with Chuckles, who doesn't stream, and Dr. Cookie Monster, who's available on that link and would massively, massively like a sub, because he's only just really started streaming on YouTube.
Right.
And thank you also.
And at the point that Chuckles, we get him streaming, then he'll get a link on my little box of tricks. Actually, I need to put Restless on there, because Restless now become our media officer on GoblinZ. Now it's official. And he's done his first video.
You can't buy batteries on black market.
Okay. Not the answer I
Just
wanted.
so you are aware.
Yeah. Not the answer we wanted, mate. Yeah.
Buy them on there.
Yeah, I want you to go back and get a second opinion. Yeah. Yeah.
Apologies, sir.
I think it's going to be a F11 and search starter towns.
Yeah.
In all honesty. I'll come home, drop the stuff off, commit suicide, and do that nightmare. Good evening, Red Leader. Good evening. Whenever I see Red Leader, I'm in my head, I just see an X-Wing fighter. But that's probably what you want me to see.
That's a ditto.
Yeah. I think it was... Nah, it might have been Red 3. I built
Hold on, one sec.
Bastards. Where were you, Cookie, when that happened?
BM.
Pushing now.
We need better armor. That took me down in 2 bullets, basically.
Fuck the money I've got. I need revenge.
I think of where the hell we can get better armor to.
Thank you, Red Leader. You've just got a follow from a red leader.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it.
So Joey, I work for the civil service and support in a stores role with the military, but as a civilian. I'm ex-army, so a long time ago I was a soldier. Running in with a 5.27, mate. If I die, I fucking die. Yeah?
Best of luck, sir.
How dare you kill Cookie? Yeah, we need better armour. But the only way to do that is keys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which means that we need to do runs on the coast to get...
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm running up the right-hand side of the map.
We need to be searching all those starter towns.
Yeah, I went through the docks
and
and
keys. Kill zombies. Search everything, every house, every building. Because
Did you tell him GG, Cookie?
I did indeed, sir. GG, because he downed me within the space of 2 bullets, so it's either direct headshots or whatever gun he had just destroyed me.
burst. He hit you with a burst of automatic. It was a yeah.
Yeah.
And Mogalevka did have those 2 big long barns and the blue aluminum sheet metal building. And while I haven't found a battery, I have found sheet metal.
Get that home. We've got 1 sheet at home that I found this morning. So if we get another door metallized, I would suggest that we remove one of the pods to reduce battery power. Don't know how Cookie feels about that.
No, I'm happy with either or, mate.
Yeah, because basically if we don't have another battery by this time Friday, our base is gone.
Yeah.
So having 2 metal doors is better than is the same as having 4 wooden, but uses less power.
Yeah.
And we have to make those type of choices, I think. Unfortunately. Right then, I understand why you were killed.
Why is that?
The castle overlooks that trader.
Oh.
So I'm not pushing, because if he's up that tower, or if his mates...
Oh no, he killed me. He was directly in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in the train bit with the quest people, and I heard them.
But we could get up a tower that looks 200 meters down into that area.
Yeah.
So we're pretty damned, which is why it's been built there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now we know we can't get batteries there. There's no point risking it.
Yeah, there's no point in risking going there.
No. So I'm going to run home. If I make it, great. I'll drop off what I need to drop off. I'll then drop my gear off in the survival box, and I'll F11 outside. And then I'll do a loot run from Thaliski Island down the left-hand side of the map, going through every town.
Yeah.
And as soon as I find a battery, I'll make for home. And hopefully between the lot of us, we can get a battery.
Yeah, I'm looking for batteries or keys or glow plugs.
Yeah, that works. Glow plug would be really useful. Go from that bloody door. That's where the event was spawned in last night, and when we first pushed it, there wasn't an event happening. It was people fighting over that door, and then the event spawned in next to them, and I think the whole map went there.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a sustained fight of 338s and above with no silencers. And I was crawling forward with a 527, trying to get an angle. Wishing I had a ghillie suit. How many sheets of metal did you get, Chuckles?
I found 2 small stacks.
Okay. I think is it 2 or 3, 4? Is it 4 metal to do a door, Cookie? Or 2?
So I have 6 pieces total.
Oh, fine. Get them
it's-
home. We've got a door. If you get
Yeah, I
them,
think it's 4.
yeah, get them home. And I've got 1 at base. So if you've got 6, we can do 1 door, and then I can. That would be 2 metal doors. I can cut down 2 wooden pods, and we should survive to Saturday. Yeah. And it's equivalent of having 4 doors anyway.
Can we be soft-sided on this server?
Yes,
Don't know.
only if they can get to the other side of the door. And the only way to get to the other side of the door is by blowing it. Does that make sense?
I'm talking about the one wall that we made where the door should be.
No, that wouldn't make any difference.
No, because that. Yeah, no. The inside is on the inside of the house, so they won't be able to.
You have to get to the inside of a wall or door to soft side. Not the outside. Yeah? So if someone builds their base badly and leaves you a way that you can climb in, you can cut it down with an axe. If you can get to the inside of what you're cutting down.
But we don't need to worry about that.
No. Red food and water. There's no point wasting any food and water when I get home. I'll dump everything in the box of giving. Apart from my knife, run outside and sacrifice myself to the greater good. But that little experiment in can we buy batteries cost us 50k to find out at the trader. But at least we now know that normal trader is a no-go.
Yeah.
For what we want. Alright then, drop this stuff off. But all I'm doing now, guys, out of chat is I'm going to F11 and then do a freshie run in looking for batteries. And F11, for anyone that hasn't played DayZ, is how you commit suicide. Which is why I'm still carrying a knife. and I'm going to run clear of the base because you don't want people to know, because you'll have flies over your body, so you don't want people to know that you've committed suicide in base.
Do you guys happen on this one now with the death bags?
Probably not is the answer. That's a fair point.
I wouldn't risk it anyway because, as I say, I'm not 100% sure. But I was just thinking, then would that actually do anything?
We're now committing
I'd never
suicide.
hang around the body long enough to.
Probably not. Let's get a fresh
Appear to
start.
be dead, sir.
Yes. Died.
Did you trip and fall on your knife?
I did. Just after I cut my feet. Just after I cut my feet open, I was stumbling around, going, "I've cut myself," and I fell onto my knife.
Oh no!
Who'd have thought?
It's very clumsy of you.
I know. I know. Use this opportunity to fill my vape. Trying to fill a vape one-handed is hard work. Come on, lag. Stop lagging. Get rid of that stupid green t-shirt. Nobody needs that in their life.
Then you squint your eyes afterwards to recover your vision.
Delete that marker. Nobody needs that in their life. Marker, not group. Okay. Drink my can of drink. Now it's when you find a battery straight away, isn't it? Got a Lego man. It's not a battery, is it?
No.
Must be a base near here. I'm lagging all over the place. You'll be proud. I picked up a piece of rope.
Oh,
You never know on a
thanks
run
for
home.
emergency fishing.
Yeah, exactly. That means I've got a permanent source of food on the way home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I am loaded down with cans of drink and food. There was plenty.
Freshy areas.
Yeah, and so we need to. Got a key for Svet, so I'm heading back down to Svet.
Okay, that makes sense. Go and hit it. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, as I said, got nothing to lose. I found a key. I might as well go do it. I'm only 1.6 away from it.
Yeah. We have nothing to lose and everything to gain at the moment.
Yeah.
Because you might get a battery out of it because it's a starter area because they want to encourage players to stay. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is more desperate than rearmed when you're trying to get back when you're trying to get nails to keep your base alive. Because I'd be gutted if the base despawns Friday.
Yeah.
If it happens, I suppose it happens. But I'll do all I can between now and Friday to not let that happen.
I'm sure it won't. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Caught in a bloody shed. Finding food everywhere, Chuckles, you're right.
Yeah, food's not an issue whatsoever.
Just tie the rope into a belt and stick your knife there so maximize your space.
I've got a rucksack.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, end game.
And a sporter.
A pink derringer
I found 2 of those.
with a round. 1 round of ammunition with a derringer. Is there any point? I might as well retire from DayZ now.
Yeah, that's true.
Hot pink?
Yes.
Yep.
Or as I like to call it, aggressive salmon. Aggressive salmon. Far better than pink. No, we're not picking up a Sport or 2-2 mag. I know at close range, with a lot of luck, the derringer might kill someone in the head. I know the Sporter won't.
Sporter's not exactly the is known for its power.
It's a sporting rifle, isn't it? It's for
Yeah,
doing
takes deer down.
It's for doing sports with.
It won't even take down a deer in this game.
It will. As long as it's a roe deer and as long as you're very close. Seen it done. I wouldn't want to rely on it.
When Sako released, I tried to shoot a rabbit and it took 2 bullets.
Superhuman rabbit. I'm surprised you even tried it on a rabbit. It's not. No way it was going to work. Poor
Well, it
bunny.
was GoblinZ.
Oh, was it my version of Sakao, was it? With the killer bunnies.
You trying to say it was Vorpal?
Yeah. I hadn't done anything to the rabbits. I'd love to be able to mod some of that sort of shit. Give the rabbits like red glowing eyes. At night they just.
That's probably the worst key ever. So I got a oximeter, so you can check your heart rate.
Well, that's quite useful.
Petrofan, golden star, and an advanced splint.
Don't see what you're complaining about.
Like a wasted grip.
Is that an oil rig? No, it's an iron.
I'm oil rig. Ah,
I got very
get me excited then.
Yeah. This does need oil rigs, this server.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots to do, but you could have some platforms off the coast, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I might ask in chat, because their instructions say the basic battery can be bought in Trader. At some point on the actual Discord, I might ask which Trader. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be on the base building, but because it's expansion trader, basically, it has to have people who've sold it.
Or they have to have put stock on. So on my
stock,
chat, anyone that saw that battery, that isn't the right battery. That's a battery for MVGs, not a battery for keeping your base alive. And anyone that doesn't play DayZ, as I'm running up, any of these containers that has those locks on them, you can't open. Unless you're on Sakao, or it's been modded in. Sakao is just one of the DLCs. Actually, the only DLC now. Seeing the game comes with 2 maps. Where is Sin stock?
In stock?
Yeah, I've got a blue key for the police station.
It's right near base.
Okay. That's no point then worrying about that.
By the toxic zone. Yeah, one where we normally go to get decent like building stuff on servers.
Yeah.
They've customed it and put a police station there.
So blue key was found in a boat on the shoreline.
Yeah, I'm running to Gorka at the moment because I've got another key for Gorka, so I'm crossing the map basically.
I'm going to carry on searching my way up.
Yeah, looks like I've got a couple of keys. I just thought I'll just go do
Yeah,
them.
no, mate, you might get a battery out of it. Yeah.
Exactly. You might get a battery. You might get a key card.
Yeah. And then
You don't know, do
as long
you?
as the key card is away from Northwest Airfield, we'll just push it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyone that doesn't play DayZ, I'm just pressing tab when I'm over the top of the boat, so it automatically show what's near me. If there's any loot to pick up. If you're still there, Joey. As I'm trying to convince you to buy DayZ. I'm going to the town that we used to live in on F-35 that had a lot of mist and Mart made his marvellous shot from. Cookie.
Yeah.
And then because nobody seems to work this way round, they run home.
Yeah.
I'll make my way up to that and then across to the middle of the map, searching as I go.
Yeah.
I'll hit the police station here first and see if I can get a bang stick out of it. Or press vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need armour desperately. But it's events, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Hackable crates and stuff.
Events give you key cards and hackable crates and things like that is what we need to be doing. But that's... Even though we came in 3 days after White, there's people, because I think of the battery situation, that are on here 24/7. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, to be honest, all you just need to get, if you can get the blueprint, I'm going to trade now. I'm going to see if you can buy a blueprint.
You can.
You can buy the why don't you buy the blueprint and then just grab the materials to build the batteries?
Because we need to kill 20, 40, 50 players to build... build batteries. Can you build batteries?
Yeah.
What does that
I
need?
believe so. I believe there's a blueprint to build batteries.
Okay.
I might be wrong. I'll check. I'm 1.1 from a trader, so
yes,
I'll...
some blueprints you can buy, not all of them.
Right, have a look and see what's available. Because, I mean, I've got lots of shit to sell anyway. I've got loads of, like, RAM... AMD coolers, floppy disks.
Yeah, I've got some of that too, and an AV cable, an aux cable, these weird electronic things. And now you're saying we can build a battery. I'm like, oh, I better not sell it yet.
Depends
Yeah,
what
I'm
the
gonna see what.
recipe is. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends what the recipe is. I highly doubt it's going to be any sort of like PC components and stuff like that. It's probably going to be something freaking ludicrous to be able to do it, but you just don't know.
Right, I've got a 12 gauge. Both barrels full of something. And I might do the same, because I've got shed loads I can sell, and at least I can buy then a bit of shit armour.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Sell it, buy a piece of shit armour.
Probably a bit of shit armour. A bit of shit clothing that covers up the fact that the armour's shit. Feet helmet. Don't need that anymore. Derringer, you're getting jettisoned. Got a 5.27 with ammo and a mag. Right, hit police station for armor. What's happened, Chuckles?
I'm laughing at chat.
That got a mag with it? Okay. Shotgun gone.
Imagine your spouse is mad at you and she gets on your character and changes all the passcodes to your face.
I find that far too funny. Right, I've thrown, if you're desperate for weapons, guys, on a police station, I found a Pioneer with scope and ammo in a mag.
Fair. Isn't
I've
it what you
thrown-
found in the prison, Cookie?
I think so, yeah.
But I don't know if it came with mag and scope. That's a nice, well-rounded starter weapon.
So, yeah, you can, but you can't buy the blueprint. None of the blueprints you can buy, but you can find a blueprint for a 144-volt battery.
So that's what we need to do, is find that blueprint. Mm.
1K from Trader.
If I triple carry, I can carry that.
Cookie, if you need some food, I'll bring you some.
It's
It's all the same trader, just different entrances, right?
No, well, I don't think so. I don't know. Might be wrong.
Nearest trader. Somebody's close by. It might just be the sounds. Chain link fence rattling.
Yeah.
Could just be sounds, couldn't it? No.
Yeah, it's one of the new audios.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually old audio, but they've beeped it up. What the? Okay, it's not a crashed heli, it's a crashed plane.
Yeah, C-130 event. Might be an event, or it might just be stuff to look at. It is part of the files. A lot of servers are now using it. A lot of the servers are now using it instead of the heli as the model.
Okay.
But it could just be placed there to look like something's happened.
It's worth it to see if there's an armored vest.
Excuse me.
I'm pushing for a trader. And with a blue key, maybe I need to push for home and go and do that Sinski one.
Yeah.
And see if that's a better key. So we've only
Yeah.
hit really green keys, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we always get bitcoins and shit off them. Let's go for a blue key and see if that gives us something other than bitcoins.
Yeah.
So I must have found those 2 blueprints that we've got then.
Yeah.
Not a scrap of loot there.
Yeah, so it's not a event then. It's just we drop this in to make the world feel more alive. The missed opportunity, because things like that you could just add a couple of loot spawn points to. Yeah, I'm going to hit trader and then try and get home and do that blue key.
Yep.
I think we were lucky because obviously when we started off, all 3 of us did the base starting quests where you get batteries out of it, and I found 1 battery in the wild.
Yep.
But we've not really found anything battery-wise since. But as I was saying to Chuckles earlier, we've only been here a week and 1 day. And it's only really been in the last 2 days that I've been happy to jump on here when on my own in the evening until people turn up. Cookie's like a bloody last. Yeah. Could be worse, we could be unloaded. Wondering why we get killed every other time.
Right.
people wouldn't mention loot goblins in chat, I get all excitable. I have to answer it as soon as I see the word goblin or loot. Looting. Loot goblins. Like they could be family members.
Probably are. Oh, that's not in game, Chuckles. I was thinking, there's someone walking next to me in an open field and I haven't seen him. What's this key for? An old wooden building in Gorka. Old wooden building.
Might be a Sakau building.
Yeah, that's true.
Or one of the old wooden shacks, or something run down. But it could be the Sakau wooden house.
I'm going to go probably one of the log cabin type looking things which we've sometimes lived in before.
Yeah.
Oh my. So after you turn in the first blood quest, you then can get a close quarters combat. And the reward will be a plate carrier and a helmet.
But it's just what plate carrier is it? Is it just a plate?
JPC plate carrier?
Tier 1. No different than the splinter vest things that we find. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's free loot. It's free, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's tier 2 or tier... Yeah. You probably, if you carry on following that quest line, you probably get to the end of it and you're picking up tier 3 and 4 body armor. But you have to make a lot of kills. I'd just be happy to get one kill.
That one.
I hate being the person that's had no kills. But I haven't died an awful lot. Touch wood. Normally I say that and you know what happens next.
Yeah.
So at chat, I'm just pushing for trader. And then I'll try and make my way home to do the key that I've got. Because it's near to home. But I'll carry on looting across the map as we go, looking for batteries. If Chuckles gets that metal home, then I can do an upgrade later anyway, or tomorrow morning, and then cut down a pod or two, which will solve some of the problem. Player messages turned off for the moment. I think when they have PvP events, players get a little bit... You don't want to be...
Excited.
Excitable, yeah. When they're not doing peer... It can be just normal stuff, but when there's not everyone running to one location and shooting each other...
Yeah.
They'll have quite nice conversations about everything, but as soon as it all goes wrong...
Yeah.
They get very excitable about it all. They don't understand it's just pixels and just a game.
Alters custom, just so you're aware.
Okay, nice custom.
I'm just about to approach it now, and I can already see a HQ building and stuff. So
Excellent.
I thought I might as well check it out whilst I'm up
Oh.
this neck of the woods.
While we're doing this, it's stupid not to. How much bounciness? Where's the base? Church. That'll be it. Restless, I just read your message about being a welder. I'm not, if you're still there. I'm not a welder. My dad used to be. When he died, we had what I would say would be a normal welder with the old Bock gas bottles or oxygen or whatever it would happen to be. And also a MIG we had to sell on. But that was more about him repairing cars for people. As a child, he taught me to weld badly. Days before computers, Cookie. You know, he wanted... Dad tried to teach me how to repair cars, and that went well. Not. I can just about change a wheel. And any lights that come on in the car, I cover up with sniper tape.
Wait, is that not what you're supposed to do?
Well, I thought so, yes.
Well, absolutely fine then.
That'll be the stuff, Restless. That'll be the stuff. He also did, he also sprayed cars and had, this is back in the 90s when, so Dad died in 93. So back then it was very new to the market. The paint that stays looking shiny all the time. And he built into the garage at home a full extractor system, and he used to wear like an NBC suit with a mask to spray the paint. But I remember the MIG, because the MIG I could get my head round. and we had better electricity put in at home to run everything. So we had 3-phase put into the garage at home. And he welded a thing that he could fix to the bottom of, no, to the roof of cars, and then he could roll them onto their side, like a half circle that's clipped to the top, and then he'd roll the car up so the underneath was vertical to him, and then he could weld without having to lie underneath it. Like half a cage, I suppose, so that you could roll a car with.
Mm-hmm.
He also used to reload all his own ammunition for shooting. That I understood. Measure the grains, pour them in, place a bullet, pull down the lever, clamp it in. Would that be what it is? Okay. You probably would have enjoyed watching me play DayZ if I was out deer shooting in game. That would have appealed to him. I could have seen him playing something like Hunter, Call of the Wild. I mean, he preferred doing it for real, but... Massive amount of tools, Restless, massive amount. The village I grew up in was surrounded by 3 rivers, and when they flooded, the village would get cut off and cars would get caught in the rivers. So Dad would then rescue the car, or buy the car off the person that had the car destroyed by the flood, rebuild it completely, and then sell it on. So, yeah, make extra money. But as I said, not my world. I never really got it. I understood the shooting side, just never the fixing and repairing side. Right, I'm at the trader. Wish me luck, guys, going in. Right, I'm in. And I see a wild Chuckles. I just jumped and it pushed me back out to the outside of the trader. I'm not jumping near Chuckles again.
Oh no!
I'm back in again.
Do you need food or drinks?
No, thank you. I just recently purchased my first plasma cutter. Need to get a something air compressor to run it. We had 2 air compressors. I remember them being in there. I wanted. Got that ammo. Ammo. I need ammo. Beans. Restless. I've worked in shops most of my life, but now I'm fortunate enough to do my own thing and build what I want and when I want. That's nice. You've got to that position. It's not a bad thing. Right, we need to empty that water bowl, even though I do trust all the water on this server. I think, Cookie, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not finding chlorine tablets or Tetra.
Yeah.
No one's ever getting sick unless they overdrink.
One.
Hello.
Oh, how much lag in the trader am I getting?
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of us in here now.
Egentligen konkat. Hello.
Do I have any quests to hand in?
Komma mit mir mit. Ja, mal dankt.
Danke. Heel is zelf dingen.
Right, 15Ks to go. Ks to go after teleportation.
Nice.
Oh, we completed some quests last night, Cookie, and got fast travel cards. They're in base.
I didn't see them.
Yeah. People are
Quite
trying to
cool.
sell them at like $500,000 each, but no one's going to buy them if you get them off a basic quest, are they? And I can't see any use for them. Because it's just a little square around the map, isn't it? If you live near one of them, I suppose it might be useful, but in real terms... I should be able to do direct line. Yeah. A lot of open fields. And go right past the airfield where Cookie's about to go and try and shoot someone to get a prize.
That's just new.
Are you sure?
New.
Exactly, you're not sure.
Oh, I thought I'm running this way anyway. I might as well have a looky, see if I can't find anything half decent.
Yeah, you only need a Delta 5 and you can do it.
Yeah, just need something, and you're in with a shot. Even if it's not a admin and it's just actually like just another player, you could get some gear from them then.
Up close and personal, this is a 308 and above server. And at distance, it's a 308 and above server, isn't it? It's basically a 308 server. If you're up close and personal, you need bloody good armour and a 7.62 variant assault rifle. And at distance, you need 308 or above for a sniper.
Yeah.
Remember, not the top of buildings, or not the top of the obvious buildings to lie on, Cookie.
Oh, roger that, sir.
Because this is a sort of server where someone will be 2Ks away looking at that building, won't they? This ain't no Freedom 35. Last night, when we were at Tissy in the little scuffle, someone brought a helicopter in as Overwatch, so I fired rounds at it and it disappeared.
Funny that.
Yeah. I didn't have much hope of hitting it with a 7.62 bolt action rifle. but it was enough to make him fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm now running this. I don't even have an assault rifle. I'm doing this with a CR 527 and 2 mags. What have I become? I stupidly didn't buy any body armor, but hey, that's life. If I run home first and drop my shit off, I can pick up my shit body armor at home. And push that key. Chuckles, the prize, and out to the stream for anyone that plays GoblinZ, the prize for next wipe won't be the best built base. It'll be something different. There'll be an announcement on the server, on the Discord later. Depending on whether I can get the mod to work, but it looks like I can. So I will make an announcement. It's going to be dangerous. And you'll also be able to complete it in 2 different ways. Either by stealing them from another player or getting them yourself. That's a big base. That's the one we keep running past. The one that's built on the 2-story red house.
Yeah.
How's the airfield looking? Is there shots going down, Cookie?
There's a few shots going down, yeah.
You seeing anybody?
I don't really have a ranged.
If you hear something that sounds like artillery, it's 50.
Yeah, on here.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Goblin and I think both jumped out of our seats when we heard that last night.
Yeah. Unsuppressed 50 cal going down was quite spectacular. It was a badoom.
This is the problem. I don't really have a ranged gun.
What do you have?
M4.
200-meter ranged, isn't it? 300 meters, but not really. As you say, do you have a scope on it?
I do, yeah, but you're gonna do much damage, is it?
Headshot, single shot.
Yeah.
As long as you can get a headshot with it, then you'd be alright. But it's that headshot, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, I am looting around the airfield as well. Try and get a
Sniper.
type of sniper.
Because they're both, it's the same tier as Tissy, so you should find a Delta up there, shouldn't you?
Something half decent, shouldn't you?
Yeah. I reckon for the three of us on here, based upon the battery problem, we should go in the future, because I know, Cookie, that you might not be with us very often, but we should go for a 2-block base, hidden, like 2 boxes, both metalized. One of them that we live in,
Yeah.
and one of them's the airlock. And maybe save up 900,000 and buy the vault for the, and then just add an extra pod on with the vault on it, or not a pod, not a pod, but an extra box, and stick the vault inside that, which is 900k, and put a code lock on that, and that's what we keep the good gear in, the vault, because it's lockable.
Yeah.
And then just 2 pods. Because then we'd get like one of those cheap batteries would last 9 days ish.
Yeah.
And as long as we're hidden in some rock somewhere, we'd probably have a fair chance of not being found. Until we can learn how the server works and we get better at finding the good early on.
Yeah.
A sapper is going very well. Is that sapper as in engineering sapper? Or sapper as in tapper sapper?
As in a mugger.
Over here we call our Royal Engineers sappers. This side of the pond. So our engineering soldiers are sappers. We're looking for batteries to keep our base alive, basically, at the moment. And that's... So all 3 of us are doing our own thing, rather than working together as such. But I'm running home to grab some shit body armour, to then try and get a key done. Hoping that that'll give us a battery to keep the base alive. Cookie is playing snipers, and Chuckles is trying to get some metal home so we can upgrade the base.
I'm pushing out of here, coming back to the base.
Okay. You got a battery?
Roger.
No, but I found a dead body.
Yeah.
And he had a 3 on him. Some other bits and bobs, and ass.
Yeah, RSAS.
Sniper 308.
Yeah.
Lots of 308 ammo.
Yeah, bring that home.
I'm gonna go with a level 3 vest he had on him, which is badly damaged.
We can fix that.
Ah, engineer. Are you British sapper type engineer? I'm ex-light infantry. Currently work for a cavalry regiment as a civilian.
Definitely coming home. Got a battery.
Brilliant, mate. I think a player just ran in front of me. I'm not sure. But if you got a battery, mate, that's well played.
I'm just going to try and make it around the airfield without
Causing any.
causing any issues.
American, but I'm a huge fan of the Scots regiment. Okay. So I was British light infantry. Chuckles is American. Both myself and Cookie are Brits. I worked with back in '90. I did an exercise with one of your airborne. It wasn't the 101st. It's whoever the other ones were.
Oh my god, that was a big shot at me. Fuck me. Fucking made me jump. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then after that, you're puckering to the chair.
Fucking, that was a suppressed shot as well. So it sounded very fucking punchy.
Very big guns on this server.
Get the fucking shit out of me. Keep running. Just keep running.
So my first
keep
posting
running.
sapper was Berlin, and our final exercise we were flown into an attack by on Huey. Amazing. 82nd, that'll be it. It'll be the 82nd that I was on exercise with. It's good fun. Really good exercise. But yeah, no, so I was, back then I was light infantry. Now I work as a civilian stores for a British cavalry regiment. And play a lot of DayZ. Probably play more DayZ than I work, some would argue.
Yes, you do.
No comment, Cookie. The boss might be watching. And the Cookie that I'm running with tonight also streams. Chuckles doesn't, and Cookie can be found on that link there. And he's just started off streaming on YouTube, so massively would appreciate some support. Served with Brits in Afghanistan, so that was after my time. You know, I got out regular army '94. We did look after some of your stuff during Iraq 1. I didn't do Iraq 1. We looked after an American base in Germany while some of your guys went forward. But we were on standby for if the push had come to go to Baghdad. We were on standby to go in first, which might have been an interesting times.
Hey, I only beat you home by 30 seconds.
I'm just going to grab my body armor and get back out. Oh, I'm lagging.
2.9 from base.
There's shots near base, guys. Oh, I can't even operate doors in base. It's so laggy at the moment. We got so much loot. No, it won't even let me open the doors. No, I can't deselect my rifle. It was, wasn't
Have
it?
to be a
Sam?
log out, log in.
Yeah, it might have to be. Right, guys, I'm just going to log out and log back in to give myself a chance of surviving, because if I get into a firefight, I can't have this lag. But I will be right back. Joining back on now, guys. It's because there's so many firefights going down currently. The game's trying to calculate everything at once. Normally it's fine, but whenever there's an event on here, it just gets so laggy for me. Back in.
2.3
Welcome
from
back,
base.
guys. I think that's somebody driving a vehicle outside the base, maybe? Body armor on. Okay.
All I'm hearing is the sound of the building creak.
Okay. Yeah. Eat some food and get out and do that key card. Key. Wish it was a key card.
I need a comfort break. Oh, sorry.
That's all right, mate. It's not a problem.
In addition to the sheet metal, I brought home another thing of gunpowder and a blueprint.
Oh,
What blueprint?
Not for battery, it's for concrete.
but concrete blueprint's massive.
Yeah.
We only need now concrete blocks and the water tank that we've got, and we can turn that into a concrete door. I'm still
I've got 3 sheet metal on me as well.
I still envisage replacing getting rid of one of our doors, even though we've got the battery. Metallizing the others just to make things last longer. We'll see how much that gives us, that battery, mate.
Yeah, it's only a 72 volter.
That's all right. I mean, that gets us through till probably Sunday.
Yeah.
But if we metallize 2 doors, so we got one done already. If we metallize another one, because our rifle racks are locked and our rifle safe is locked. So if someone does raiders, they just get the other stuff, and maybe we buy another safe and put the important stuff in the bottom of the safe.
Yeah.
Sapper, I was a combat engineer, basically demo. Yeah. Yeah. Right, I'm going to push the key card.
Roger.
I think Chuckles had a key for the ski lodge again.
Nice. Don't forget to take NVGs out with you.
Yeah. Good shout, mate. Good fucking shout. Yeah.
It's getting dark.
I'm going to need them. That'll give me a fighting chance. Dapper keycard runs are always fun. Yeah. What it's all about. I'm not a natural PvPer at 50 something years old. I can do it, but this server is hard going. We've only just come onto it, and we were all right on other places, but we're learning how this one works. We don't have the right armor. We don't have the right weapons. We don't know how it works really yet.
Be continued tomorrow. Also bring back the best helmet in the game.
Now that's worth having.
Goblin helmet.
Right, I've got MVGs and a battery. Pushing now. 2Ks.
You have permission to dump all my
Oh,
stuff.
mate, you don't have to come with me. I'm doing this solo.
No, I wanted to go to Tissy
Yeah. You dump in the middle of that
in
container.
that box.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm at the bottom. Chuckles is, I think, at the top. So middle of it. Dump and then go. Any building that needs to be done, I'll do in the morning before I go to work. So I can come on when there's like 12 people on the server and I can get that built up, can't I?
Yeah.
And then, if need be, I can cut down a pod. If it lets me. If it doesn't, then we'll cut it down on Friday.
Yeah. I'll put the battery in, obviously, before I
Yeah, just...
venture out and refresh.
Or
See what we
stick
get.
it at the top because we can keep refreshing it then. Where the other one, the really dead one is, that'll be used up now. But that gives us another... That means I can keep the 3 topped up and that keeps us on 4 days or 4.1 day or something. But yeah, if we get up to 2 metal doors, that's equivalent to 4 wooden. Now we've got that blueprint, we only need to get some concrete and we can do one of the doors to concrete.
Yeah.
Because we've got the water barrel, we've got the blueprint. We can get a concrete door up. Which would solve a major problem, wouldn't it? Because then that's 5,
Yeah.
That's 3 then they need for that and 2 for the metal door. That's 5 explosives to get in. And if we put it as our first door concrete, it gives the impression that they all might be concrete, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, if I take a partial IFAC that's already been used?
Mate, take it. You take a full one if you want one. I'm not pushing with one now because I'm just going to do a key card and then run home. And then probably do a Tissy run if I've got time. Yeah, it's an hour. But actually push main Tissy to see if I can get batteries or better weapons.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do, is push Tissy.
Yeah. Or if a player's gone there because the event's on, they're there looting up, might get a good kill.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the other option that we do, is when people are off to the airfield playing silly buggers, we push Tissy.
Yeah.
Or do a hacked crate somewhere, or you know what I mean, do something that when the big players are off playing PvP games,
Yeah.
we use that time to
Still, I'm happy we've got an extra few hours with another battery.
I'm not going to be on Saturday night, Chuckles, because I'm doing an event.
Nope, fair.
So yeah. So but your weekend is Thursday, Friday, so I'll be around Thursday afternoon, which is Thursday morning for you, and I'll be around Friday morning for you as well, your time. As well as Friday evening, obviously, which is lunchtime-ish your time, I'm guessing.
Yeah, noon for you is 5 a.m. for me.
Yeah, so I'll be on at it's like 2 p.m, so 7 a.m. for you.
And that rifle's a beast.
Shots going
Good
down
shot.
in gas zone at gas zone. Big guns and machine gun fire.
That's
Hi, Paul. If I get killed, guys, I'm sorry.
I apologise before. It happens. You quickly scoot yourself, please, Sir Chuckles. Thank you very much, mate.
Fuck, I'm coming home.
What'd you get?
Blue key cards are fucking better than fucking anything else that we've had so far. Gun.
Blue key card.
A blue key.
Okay.
Nice.
I got a pristine DVL.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, greens are bitcoins, blue are weapons then. There's a weapon case in there. So down to the coast then, gather keys is what it's all about, yeah? The stuff that spawns at that end is for stuff that's up this end. We do like the DVL 10s, well I do. I won't be about tomorrow, Chuckles. It's my long day. Oh,
Perfectly
Cookie,
fine.
if you get the role you're going for,
Yeah.
and you can get in at some point on a Wednesday, I'll let you have.
Yeah.
I'll arrange for you to do the DCCT shoot.
Ooh. Okay.
Because we can put civil servants, civilians on. So when the guys are shooting it anyway, I'll bring you in and let you do a shoot.
Lovely.
because you'd enjoy that. I'll get you in for the.
Yeah.
You just have to be there in the evening. But I'm sure the general would give you
You'd allow it.
give you an hour from sort of 8 till 9, maybe.
Yeah.
Because they normally do all the training shoots at the beginning and then do the fun shoot at the end, which is what you'd want to do. The enemy advancing towards you and you're in a trench system fighting them off.
Ew. Sounds good.
Okay,
These
you guys
NVGs are
passed
weird.
each other.
I've got
NVGs are like bluish.
Oh, these ones are green. And yes, I will be taking the DVL-10 up to Tissy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it's silenced. The best chance I have of making a kill is with a silenced sniper, isn't it? That's from experience. Art 2, hey new player here. How can I get friends, name and base locations on screen? Is this selected servers only? Yeah, it's selected servers only. It's modded servers. So, are you on PC, Xbox or PlayStation? If you're on PC, it's modded servers. If you're on Xbox or PlayStation, it can't happen, unfortunately, currently.
Not yet.
But like I can press M and bring a map up. But the next version of Xbox they've sort of hinted at today, potentially, will be having a full version of Steam on it.
Oh.
So
If
then,
it's not April 1st.
no, it wasn't April the 1st announcement. It was a tech radar from yesterday. But I found it this morning when I was at work. So that is that would be massive. Xbox for me. Ooch, thanks for the info. That's okay. Though if you use if on Xbox you use the GeForce app, you can play the PC version and plug in a keyboard and mouse. It's not quite the same, but it's halfway there. It's like the base building you're seeing here is different than a base that you'd be used to. And code locks and shit like that. And obviously different storage. But now it's just full of loot. Because we're all just dumping and doing stuff. Good.
I forgot to grab a 9-volt battery. I'm coming back.
IFAC if I'm going up there. That's okay. Ant for 2. Not a problem at all. If you've ever got a question about DayZ, even if I can't answer it because you're Xbox, if Chuckles is on the server, Chuckles came from Xbox.
Yep.
I think you came from console, didn't you, Cookie?
Yeah.
So between the three of us, we can probably answer DayZ questions. More than happy to do so as well. You're part of the family. You know, console players are just as much part of the community.
You okay? You're going
Yeah,
to Tizzy?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Bringing ammo I don't need with me, but I don't care. Let's go hunt some batteries and weapons and armor. And players.
Shots up at Tissy.
Say again?
Shots at Tissy.
Ah. Good to hear. Plus, PS4 was my first DayZ play. Lasted about 2 months before I bought a PC. Love it. Yeah, it is a different game on PC. Unfortunately, you know, the base game's the same, vanilla's the same, but once you come to PC, it's so much more available to you out there. Can you still get keys? Yes, Sakao. The Sakao DLC has now keys on for Xbox servers. And Xbox server owners, so community servers on Xbox, could put those keys and loot crates onto Chernarus if they wish to, or Livonia. But it would be down to server owners. But you can get keys on Sakao. It would be up to community server owners to move that stuff across on non-vanilla servers. But it can be done. So if you want to link to my Discord, it should be up on the screen now. Yes, it is a Discord about gaming on PC, but there's people in there that have come from consoles, and they'll talk you through and help you with any questions you might have. You know, the Discord is for a survival server for PC, but we've got such a vast amount of knowledge. We're more than happy to help. As much as we can. You know, sometimes we might not be able to answer the questions. I know from a server building perspective, because I build servers, whereas the guys, Chuckles and Cookie, and the rest of the guys there, some of them are base builders, some of them are, or some of them have come from console. Some people have always been on PC, but you're part of the community, so we're more than happy to help as much as we can. We won't always have the answers. But by all means, join. Or just jump in chat here if we're on and ask a question. I'm normally streaming 4 or 5 days out of 7. One night I work late, so I don't stream, and one night I tend to have off from streaming, just so I have a break. Sun's coming up.
Yep, MVG's back off.
Another couple of minutes. we are. Thumbs up. But Cookie's our PvP expert. Chuckles and I are looters. I'm better at PvP than I used to be, but on this server it's a whole new world of pain.
It's for all of us, don't it?
Yeah.
Anything new is just got to try and get used to what the hell goes on.
But I'm willing to learn it on here because it does feel like somewhere to call home. It's a challenge. And I quite like that we haven't got everyone owning helicopters or...
Yeah.
There seems a fair amount of recycling happening. And it seems to be smaller bases. There are some big bases, but as a whole it's smaller bases that are people being covert.
Yeah.
I've seen more of the little hunting hut bases on this server than anywhere else.
Yeah.
At least 3 I saw just this week.
Yeah, it's solos and it's duos and it's trios just surviving. You know, one door up or a couple of doors up. A little bit of storage.
Yeah, Mr. Barrett yesterday was von Beethoven. He's a solo.
Mm.
Makes me wonder if he's right around Tizzy.
Probably. You go to Tissy or Northwest if you want PvP, don't you? And the ones that want to get to the top of the leaderboard need PvP to do it. Whereas we need PvP just to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Which is strange because we've come from a... Well, let's be honest, we came from Aftermath where... But we've got to the point on Aftermath that we could hold our own.
Yeah.
You only become a better player by going on servers where you're not as good. Paul, you just made me click what Northwest Airfield is, Goblin. Haha, excellent. So, Northwest Airfield is there. And Tissy's up here. And they're high PvP areas in DayZ. It's where the best loot is, normally, on any server. Tissy's the best loot normally, but on here it's equal between here and the airfield. So what I'm doing is I'm going to push in here and then circle down to support Cookie. But I'm coming further up because, hey, why ever not? No point being next to each other. Ooh, who says such a thing?
So they really need to sort their spawning out for stuff here. So I've got 4 vests literally one on top of another
Yeah.
in a little shed. 4. 4.
Blip, there's a doctor on my radar.
Obviously a fake doctor.
That's okay, Ant. That's okay. I can talk you through all the loot for vanilla. I'm more than happy to do that. If you join the Discord, I can talk you through how vanilla loot works. I can show you the back end of a server, like pictures of it, and explain how loot works on vanilla. It's not a problem. I can even show you in vanilla, so what you do on Xbox, places to build bases for small teams that are covert. I can even show you how to make an unraidable base if you really want it. Especially if you're playing official servers and you can get away with a bit more. Unraidable bases, I hear you say. Unraidable bases? What's all that about? Not difficult, just a little bit of manipulation of the game code. Very easy to do. And no code locks are needed. Hello, Mr. Zombie. I'll take you off into the woods to cut you up. Oh, they're Walking Dead zombies on here, aren't they? Forget that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Get in there. Fucking...
Right, just so you're aware, if you come to where I am, there's an L shape. Do not go in it.
Players or zombies?
Landmine, I've placed it in there.
So go into the L shape, yeah?
Yes, yeah, go into it.
I'm close to you, mate. I'm not here for loot
Alright.
massively.
No, neither am I. I'm more just going around the area because I'm hoping I can see someone or bump into someone or... You know the drill.
Yeah. You're 6, Cookie.
Two dead bodies here.
Do that.
One of their dog tags, because you know.
We need them to make shit.
Yeah, exactly. Another dead body up here. Another 2 dead bodies up here.
It's gone down. With you now, mate.
Huh?
It's the tracksuit guys that were killed.
Oh, don't loot them. They always try to come back and recover their drip. Don't loot their clothes, I mean. But that means they probably respawn in the northeast and they're coming straight across through northeast airfield, blah, blah, blah.
Talk to Alfred.
There again.
Bloke here. And, non-playing character.
Oh yeah, it's a Somebody's taking the key card room.
That's me just opening it.
Oh,
Okay, so it's open that and then it's a locked door behind it.
get out of here and get into a sniper position, shall we? That's what we need the black key card for. I think.
So
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe someone got shot when they wired up the generator. Yeah?
Yeah.
Someone had one of those for sale for 900,000 on the PDP.
Yeah. Oh, this is where I crept down to last night in sniper mode. You playing as a zombie cookie?
Yeah. Very quiet for Tissy.
Yeah, matey boy that killed them probably bugged out. Yeah?
Yeah. And there is only 38 players on.
Got grade 2 armour.
Nice.
I think. Gen 2 armour. Opening an ammo crate. Nothing in it. Well, AK stock. Nobody. And a bit of fucking some shit. But I got Gen 2 MSV Gen 2 armour. No, it's low intensity. I don't think it is. I think it's tier 1 still. Yeah, it's an EU server, so player numbers drop off during the week, don't they?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I'll take a VSS home with us. No more landmines dropped, are there, Cookie, from you?
Not from me, no.
Before I run into a room and get slaughtered, and you go, oh, apart from that one. Yeah.
Floating ammo crate here.
Well, maybe it's took some recreational pharmaceuticals. Yeah. What we haven't hit here is the helicopter landing pads yet.
Nah, that's what I'm about to head down to. Have a look at them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the bunker exit here.
Okay.
It's kind of good to know.
That's where you want to sit the landmine then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shots. Silenced.
I was dropping stuff on the floor.
Ah, okay. It sounded like a DVL-10 shot.
Come to me and let me see if it sounds like something. Just something sounds like a shot. Ready?
Yeah. No. It was a DVL-10 shot. But it must be at distance because... And it was at one of us. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't hear a thing, so.
Okay. Right, I'm pushing up the first platform.
But I'll push up this one next to me.
I've got a running zombie on me. Does happen occasionally. So on this server they use Walking Dead zombies.
Fuck all up here.
Got a spare mag for the DVL-10.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go up the N1 now. I was just dealing with a shed. See if there's anything up there. Maybe there won't be, but we need to know.
Yeah, I've got the middle.
Yeah, they're empty. Wasted opportunity. Could have turned these into nice custom bases, couldn't they? To fight through.
Yeah.
That's life. You right, Chuckles?
Yeah, I'm north of you.
Pushing?
Oh, yep.
Up there-ish, maybe?
Yeah. Chuckles direction. Between us and Chuckles.
Yeah. It's towards the cluster buildings that's on the map.
About yellow markerish, I think.
Do that.
Could be where matey boys push them out for their body.
Yeah.
Yeah, delete my marker.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Remember, Chuckles, if we give a grid reference, it won't be for you. Yours will be take away half of it. Yeah?
Understood.
Even with a Z.
Yeah, there's only 500 meters between us. I hear movement.
You want us to push towards you, Chuckles?
I don't know. The new audio sounds might be throwing me off.
Not seeing any Zs like triggered in your
No.
little compound.
I'd say back towards the factory. Or that corner. You know, it's... And they might have made a kill and moved on. Yeah?
Yeah, they might have seen people running in, killed them, and thought, I'm out.
Yeah.
We've shot. There's people. If there's people in Tissy, they know we're coming in. Let's just bail.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to push for home
Go
because I
away,
need to
Ted.
get off at 10 tonight.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Oh, go away, Zed. I'm not going to bother with you.
Because I'm going to push in your direction and then swing round to home. I'm not going to push through Tissy.
Understood. Oh, is that the dome where I died last night?
Yes. 'Cause I'd like to get up in the morning
Yeah,
and build
he could
the
shoot
door.
me right through the stairs. I see it now.
Yeah, but you picked your position. You made a kill still, mate.
Yeah, there was an ammo crate at the top of that ladder. I'm gonna go check it.
There might still be. Yeah. We've done all right tonight, though. Cookie got a battery. I've got a DVL-10. You've got stuff, Chuckles. We've got more armor. We've done okay. And no, Chuckles, you brought home the metal. So between a lot of us, we've ended up with better weapons, a battery to keep the base alive, and metal to upgrade doors. That's been a good run. And we've learned that green keys are shit. They're all right. Yeah. They're all right early game for bitcoins to get storage and stuff, but from then on, you want better color keys. Really, you just want to search for those blueprints to be able to make batteries, don't you?
Yeah.
And then gather the components and make batteries. And if you want to be a multi-billionaire, put the batteries up for sale on player-to-player.
Ooh, yeah. That we're not seeing that happen tells me how hard it is to do it.
Mm. Yeah, people. I think this is those special batteries. All this server matters to the people, which is why it's all high tier stuff. Out to
logging
chat.
this tree.
Okay. Out to chat. I'm about to log myself. I won't be on tomorrow due to it's a long day with work, but I will be on Thursday for a rather long session, probably coming on in the afternoon, going right through to this time in the evening. Maybe a break for some food in the middle. So I hope to catch you all again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Massively appreciated. Thanks for the interaction and chat. I'll see you on the next one.